Okay, so everybody's probably at the other live right now. So
All right, I'll take. You got your chat. You want me to tend to it?
you can tend to it and ask questions or answer questions, and we can turn this way. Everyone can kind of line up behind us if you want. So I'm seeing no one here yet. Old school. There we go. Now we're populating. All right, guys, give us a second. I want to make sure that the other live that we were trying to do, my phone is almost dead, so we have to kill that. And everybody, you guys know how this live stuff works.
You want a cable?
Yeah, possibly. Here's one. Here's Steven's. I can plug in. So Steven is going to kind of moderate this this live stream today, and
Laptop, which is sometimes questionable, sometimes okay, depending on the laptop. So
I know I can.
hey, thanks for all the birthday wishes today, and guys, thank you so much for all the new subscriptions. New subscribers are awesome. The thing is when you subscribe to this channel, I'm going to work really, really hard to make some really awesome content for you. And just ask the guys that have been here before. I mean, it's, people that have been here. We've grown to almost 100,000 subscribers in like a year, a little over a year, and it's been great. Thanks, Steve.
I just have to hit him because he's going to beat me to 100,000 thanks to y'all. That was the competition 2 months ago. I was supposed to try to beat him to 100,000, but no.
Yeah.
He's got to pull this whole, it's my birthday.
It was a good skit. I was like, could you imagine if I reached 100,000 subscribers on my birthday, which I'm not going to do. It's not going to happen, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's still like I'm still going to remember it as, it was right around that time. So
Did you almost say scam?
Mark, glad to have you here. Noah, good to have you here. Old School Repair Shop, brother, thank you. JK Canvas, what's up? Greg, nice to have you here. Fleer 67, 62 Santiago, Texas Welder 7018. What's up, brother? JK Canvas again. Joseph, Craig, Fleer again, Abel. So I need to start asking questions. Justin is the man, so is Steven, but Steven is going to get up there. Steven's only like 1,000 behind me.
Just so you guys know, Justin and I have a friendly competition.
Yeah.
It makes no difference which one gets to 100,000. It's not like he gets to 100,000 and all of a sudden he gets more money or I get more money. Nothing happens at 100,000. We're not concerned about it. I'm not concerned about it. He's not concerned about it. It's just a milestone that both he and I like. The crazy thing about YouTube is the competitiveness. There is no competitiveness on YouTube. If he gets 100,000 subscribers and I have 50, he takes 0 from me. It's not like I lost 50,000 subscribers to him. It doesn't work that way. So
no, it helps. If Steven got 1 million subscribers overnight, that would be one of the best things that would ever happen to me because we work so hard together. We work hard with other YouTubers. Yeah, and come over this way. Let me give it a little twist. There you go.
We don't have to flip Ethan's head off.
Ethan? No, I'm gonna turn like this.
No, I can stand up.
And this is what it's about. I'm trying to get everybody in the shot, make sure that everybody's here, and because that's what YouTube's about. It's about creators coming together, and so. One of the things in line with that we're going to announce, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Justin. I'm the curator for the Old Mill Pond in Lindale, Texas. It's a museum that specializes in equipment manufactured from 1850 to the 1950s. It's like Americana farm equipment, blacksmithing, hit and miss engines. It's really, really cool. And the city of Lindale owned the museum. It was collected and donated by one man. His name was Bill Parrott. And he passed on. His family didn't want anything to do with the property. He had mandated that the park stay free, that you don't charge for admittance. And the family didn't see any benefit to that, so they didn't want a part of it. And the city of Lindale, they took it over reluctantly because they weren't really sure of what it was they were supposed to do with it. So it sat in neglect for about 10 years, and the city offered me the curator position. I quit my job as a body technician. YouTube kind of picked up enough to cover my salary and took a leap of faith. I had the support of an amazing woman, Amy. You guys that have seen her on the channel, you know what she's all about. She's usually on the live streams with us. And I love her to death, and I couldn't be here without her. But so what I do is I go to work just like I would any other day, but I go to work at the museum, and it's closed. It's me. I'm there. And I'll take an old antique tool, and I'll start restoring it, and I'll bring it back to life. I've since added a farmer's market to the Old Mill Pond, and we've boosted entrance to the museum from maybe 20 or 30 on a weekend day on a Saturday to around 1,000. And it's been an incredible journey so fast. So we are having a festival on November 3rd called the Good of the Land Fest at the museum. It's going to be a makers YouTube, meet your favorite YouTuber, and kind of a festival, as well as like hit and miss engines and old tractors and welding classes and just all the coolest stuff, that the multifaceted cool stuff. You can learn how to grow a tomato plant there or shear a sheep. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be as ADD as I am. And so that's coming up November 3rd. If you're a YouTuber and you want to come, by all means, for YouTubers, admittance is going to be free. And then anyone else that wants to come meet you, you know, they can pay a small amount of money for that festival. And should be pretty neat. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Steven, and we're going to talk about today, which is the day at SV Seeker. And for those of you, look back there. Yeah, that's the boat. There you go. Right there. Why don't you move your butt over this way? Twist your chair.
No, so you can see the boat. You can kind of see the boat. But
Oh, the boat?
You guys just imagine there's a big boat back over here. You can't see it, but
Pretty big boat.
you'll see the video of it. Justin will do the
You
video.
can see the crane and the.
Yeah, you can see that crane
Amy, what's up, baby?
right there. That's part of the boat. That's one of two cranes that he uses to load stuff onto. He's used those cranes for everything. I've been impressed how well those cranes have actually worked, and they haven't collapsed and everything. But
Put my hat up so you can see my face.
so what happened today? Me, Chucky, Richard. This is Richard with 42 Fab.
Chucky?
Yeah. Me, Chucky, 42 Fab, and
Oh, yes.
Peter Zila came up here a couple of months ago. We helped build an aluminum tender. So a tender is a small boat that goes on the back of the big boat. If you know sailing and you go in, all across the world, when you go sailing, you have to go in, you're supposed to go into port. Port fees get extravagantly expensive depending on where you're at. You're talking $200 or $300 a night, something like that. So yeah, even more. So Doug's like, hey, I'll just build a little boat. We'll leave the big boat out in the bay, and we'll just take the small boat and we'll just beach it. Fantastic. So you call it a tender. So me, Chucky, Richard 42 Fab, and Peter Zila, we all came out here. They did all the welding to it. I got the diesel engine running. Got it all. We thought everything was good to go with the engine. Everything sounded good. Everything was good. So we went out to Justin and I got here late last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. We were tired this morning. We got up a little bit later than we wanted to. We left the hotel about 9:30. We got out to the lake, and they already put the boat back on the trailer. I'm like, what happened? So we got run off by whatever the local Pharisees is, and so they threatened to write tickets and whatever, no problem. So we couldn't launch the boat, but the starter was staying engaged. We got it back here. We pulled one of the tanks off, or the diesel tanks. We pulled the starter off. We fixed the bracket, or I thought had fixed the bracket. We made some measurements and re-welded it. Thought it was good to go. Got it back on. Went to a different lake about 40 miles away. Launched the boat. Get it out there. Starts moving under its own power, and it's making a hellacious clanging sound.
It was weird. It was like maybe some gears were interlocking or something.
Yeah. Say it real loud.
What?
Say it real loud so they can hear.
It sounded like the gears were kind of clapping against each other.
Like a clanging noise?
Yeah. Not really. It didn't sound like it was supposed to be happening.
Yeah, it was a really, really loud, and as soon as the boat came back to shore, I recognized the sound as like starter is engaged. Like I knew, I've heard that before. I've had that happen to me. The major problem with this is two things. One, when the starter stays engaged, all of a sudden the starter becomes a generator. When the generator starts generating electricity, it'll overcharge your battery, it'll fry your alternator, it'll melt all your cables. Not a good deal. So they bring the boat back over. I look at the starter, and the nose gear of the starter is completely ground down where it stayed engaged. So it kind of ruined the day. So we have to figure out a different setup for the bracket. So we're going to go tomorrow, try to find a transmission bell housing to cut and put onto this engine to locate the starter, because we tried to measure it and didn't quite get it right. So we think cutting up a transmission would be the better part. So Justin and I are going to be here today or tomorrow. Ethan and his Wade.
To walk in water.
Okay. So Ethan and Ethan's dad Wade are going to be out here. You going to be here tomorrow?
No, I have to go back. I got sign installs tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately.
Me, Doug.
Guys, 42 Fab right here, by the way. Thanks for the $2 live chat and getting that up there.
To the top.
I just made him a moderator. I don't know why he wasn't a moderator before. But anyway, this is 42 Fab, guys.
So we'll be
What's
jacking
up, Hooked
around
on
in the
Diesel?
back of his truck.
Oh,
We'll be
yeah.
jacking around. Go grab it.
Yeah, guys, I'll be right back. I want to show you the sign 42 Fab maybe for my birthday. It's ridiculous.
So we'll be jacking with it tomorrow. Doug, me, Doug, Wade, Ethan, and Justin with Good Atlanta will be out here. Hopefully we can find a bell housing we can scavenge and modify and get it to work and find another starter to put it on. We were very fortunate today. The guy at O'Reilly hooked us up and warranted the starter, even though they couldn't find it in the system. We kind of bantered back and forth a little bit, and then Justin did his best girl impression and got him to kind of wheel and deal with us and really impressed the clerk there. So we got this first starter warranty. Maybe we can get this second starter warranty. I'm going to try, but we'll find out. But Justin's running off to get that sign, show you guys a sign. Craig Durbin, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I know when Justin gets back, this is Justin's live stream, so that all the super chats go to Justin. So if you guys don't know what the super chat is, over here in the corner, you'll see a little dollar sign. You hit that dollar sign, you can pledge as much or as little as you want. It can be $1, it can be $20, it can be up to $500, whatever you feel like you want to help out with, and all that money goes to go to the land, which helps the museum and it helps Justin. Here's the sign.
Oh, check this out, guys, from 42 Fab. Is that not incredible? Look at the standoff on that.
Oh, that is awesome.
Look at that, man. I am so excited.
You guys want to see the video of it getting made? You know where to find it. It'll be out tomorrow.
So
go to 42 Fabs.
Click on 42 Fab. He's right there. Well, throw up a comment real quick.
I got you.
Click on 42 Fab, guys. Go subscribe to his channel and take a look at that. You can see this. Oh, sorry, Steve.
Ow!
You can see this being hung in the museum. It's just incredible. I should just hold it right here. Oh, I love that sign.
I'm gonna put you put a link up.
Doug's got the coolest dogs ever, guys.
42 Tab just put a link up in the super chat. If you click that link, go over to his channel, subscribe. He makes fantastic content. He's a maker. I mean, the guy makes. If something needs to be fixed, he figures out a way to do it. That's what a lot of the inspiration that I get from Doug, which you guys can't see Doug, but he's sitting back over here. He's like nodding and like telling us, "Don't say my name." If you guys ever want an inspiration, like if you're in a project and you can't, like there's a particular tool that you need and you think, man, this tool's $400, I can't afford it.
Samuel, thanks, brother.
Watch Doug's videos. If you watch Doug's video and 5 or 6 of his videos, man, you'll get so inspired and you'll figure out a way to build that tool on your own. That's where I go from a lot of my inspiration when I'm like getting to a point where I'm thinking like, I've got to buy this $400 tool for this job. I'm like, I sit back, I chill out, and I watch Doug's channel. I'm thinking this guy built a 74-foot long steel sailboat in his yard and built all kinds of tooling without having to spend that $400 or $500 on the tooling. So, yeah, if you guys
Shark River Machining, what's up, Mr. Lang? I'm at Shark River Machining, guys. Shark River, put another comment up there so people could see your channel. I got a video dropping probably tomorrow with Shark River on it, and you guys can meet him. Awesome guy. Go check out his channel, and just wow. What's up, Boo? And Craig Durbin, brother, thank you so much, brother, for that super chat. I really, really appreciate it.
You missed one when you were out there too.
That is some gas money.
Ronald Hopway.
Ronald
had to show me up.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Thanks, Ronald. That's
okay with that.
That's great, man. I mean, I really appreciate it. Everything I do pretty much goes back to that museum. It's something that's very, very important to me.
Yeah,
but also
way too much of the YouTube money goes back to the museum because Justin, if he spends the money on that museum, he doesn't get to keep the machine. He doesn't get to use the machine.
Mancrafting
ever leaves the museum, he doesn't get to take that stuff with him. All that money just is donated to the museum, and it's not like a 501(c)(3). He doesn't get to write it off. It's just gone.
And
it's his own personal money that's just
that
he spent. So all the money that you guys are super chatting all goes to help the museum. It doesn't go to help Justin's profitability or anything. It's just to provide stuff at the museum for people to enjoy.
Join Patreon and suggest to everyone who can. Yes, thank you so much, Justin. I really appreciate that. And Mancrafter as well. And, I need to get more Patreon content up. I don't do enough for my patrons, and I should. And we have a second channel coming up, guys. I think I talked about that earlier. We've got to get that going. But Mancrafting TM, thank you so much for the happy birthday shout out and the $4.99, brother. That is greatly, greatly appreciated. Sandrammer, how you been, brother? Ryan, good to see you.
Good old sand rammer. Who did? I forget. It's not important. Never mind.
So again, I think the little festival thing at the museum is what, November 4th?
November 3rd.
Ah,
So the festival is
close.
November 3rd. And it's going to be interesting. I don't know that there's ever been anything like it before. It's kind of a slash between a homestead festival like Mother Earth News Fair and at an antique museum with really cool stuff. There's going to be blacksmithing. Like you can come in and blacksmith with us like you always can. We're going to be trying to get as many YouTubers out there to teach classes as we can. We want people to come in and that have never touched a welder before and to be able to pick it up. And then by the end of the day or an end of an hour, walk away with skills that they didn't originally possess. That's kind of what the maker movement is about, you know. And we have 30 acres out there, guys. Steven, Chucky, and me are going to start building a rock parking lot, and hopefully we'll be able to have enough space to house everyone that I want. But I know it's just going to be, I don't know, it's going to be incredible. Todd Duke, man, hope this helps. That's awesome. That helps a lot. And Steve Ratliff, thank you so much, Steve, man. That is so awesome. You guys are awesome tonight. Man, that is incredible. It's nuts, man. It feels like you know, YouTube has been rough lately, guys, on all of us, on all the creators. It's beat us down. Our views are down significantly, and we make $4, depending on the time of year, anywhere from $2 to $4 for every 1,000 views we make. It's not a lot of money, and so to do that as a full-time job, the museum doesn't pay me, and what it does, it pays me a little tiny bit, and what it does, I immediately put back in the museum. But I put way more than that back into it. You know, and so it's just so weird. It's so hard to talk about this stuff because I kind of lose my train of thought. But we want to, I don't know, it always shocks me when people pop up and they're able to help out like this. Ooh, fireworks, birthday fireworks. Jesse Lloyd's Warranties, best name on YouTube, by the way. Love that name. Okay, so you guys know that I'm all about skills. I'm all about like passing those skills on to the next generation and doing whatever I can. So, you want to show them this?
Sure.
Okay. So,
hang on, you got to do your introduction first.
Okay. What's my introduction?
You got to say his name. You got to say his channel.
Okay. Why don't you say your full name and channel?
Okay, so I am Ethan Lindbergh, and I have a channel. It's called Almost Means Not. I only have one video up currently, but I'm working on it.
Almost Means Not. So I met Ethan earlier today.
That's fucking deep. Every time I hear that is deep.
Yeah.
Like, what are you, 12?
It's
Yeah.
just wait, guys. It gets better. Like you'll see in the video, and I don't want to spoil too much of it, but I met Ethan earlier today, and then he just disappeared for a while, and all I could hear is some, the sound of an impact driver working all day. And Steven and I worked on the tender, and then we walked upstairs, and I it's my first time in the boat, so I'm captivated by this boat. I wanted to wait, and I wanted to be, it's kind of almost a spiritual experience when you walk into something like this. It's like a church. It's like a Buddhist temple. It's like something that was crafted over a long period of time with skilled hands. It has a soul. I can't describe what it's like when you walk up on this boat. And I go down this ladder, and I see him standing there with a cedar board in one hand and a DeWalt impact driver in the other, and he's just drilling. He's putting up plank. And I look over and I ask him, "What are you doing?" And then he just explains to me what he's doing. He explains to me why he's doing it. And he's not saying anything wrong at all. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly why he's doing it. And he has no ego about it. He's just here to work. And I immediately thought, how do we get cloning? Like this is what the next generation needs to be. So anyway, why don't you show him this knife? I think it's incredible.
Mm-hmm. So for SEEKER, for SD SEEKER, that's right up there. I made these knife holsters. So we got some knives off of Amazon. This is Steven's now, but so we
and the texture doesn't show up as good on here. Guys, watch the video. You're gonna actually see these being made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can kind of
There
see
you go. You can see the texture there.
Kind of rough, but yeah, it works. Yeah. So there are different stamps. There's a swivel knife and all that. We can explain that in the video, but yeah.
Dude, chest.
So he made these himself. And the coolest thing is that they had a little bit of extra time. So here's the knife that comes with it. They have a little bit of extra time. And so they're going to be able to come down to the museum as soon as they're done here at Doug's place. And they're going to I get so excited about this, and anyone that watches my channel understands that anyone who's willing to work on a YouTube channel or anyone that's willing to work to better themselves with skills, I fully support. So I wholly expect that after a very, very short time, i.e., 10 or 20 minutes, he's going to be forging his first knife, and then he's going to make the sheath for it, and then we're going to put it up for auction. And you can choose. I kind of think instead of him taking that money and going to SB Seekers, I think maybe it should go into some tooling for him. So we'll do an auction at the end of that video, maybe an eBay auction, and then we can get him set up with some more tools to work with. But just an incredible craftsman. I got to pick mine up. Also, in the video that I dropped from SB Seeker, we're going to have a link to where you guys can buy one of these, right? And they're fantastic. They, of course, have SB Seeker on it, as well as, the water, the sky. I mean, it's just, you can't see on the live stream how good this is, but I do leather work, and it's not this good. That's just the...
And there are two options of knives. There's this one, which is the cheaper version, and then there's
Oh, yeah.
Remember, speak real loud.
and then there's this. It's a Camillus sailing knife, but it only has the knife part and the let's see if I can get that. Sorry, 1 second.
Gotta move the.
Can't grip this thing.
We've been working all day. Our hands are all
But-
slick and sweaty.
Yes.
Yeah, he's literally been working inside a very hot boat. Anyway, go on, sorry.
So this is a marlin spike, and let's say you have to untie either your shoes, or you have to untie something on the sails.
Yeah, here's the
And
thing,
you
guys.
stick in there.
I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. He taught me what a marlin spike was. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted.
So this little, I don't know what you call that.
Is it like a loop?
I don't know what.
Miter duck.
Whatever this, a lanyard.
Miter duck, yeah.
So this is actually a locking mechanism. So there's a bump right there. If you can see that. Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
and then you
No, you're fine.
pull down and that bumps like that, and then pull. So it locks itself in place.
That's awesome. Hey, Ethan, let me see your sheath right here.
It's the first one I ever did.
This was the first one you ever did?
Yep.
It's fantastic, guys. So this was his first one. That's specifically designed with this one. This one's a little bit fatter, so there's going to be two choices. And I'm going to have the link in my next video, or it's not my next video. In the SB Seeker video, I'm going to have a link to where you guys can buy these knives. He has 17 total available, correct?
15?
15? Yeah,
14
15.
now. I
Something
bought
like that.
one.
14, and I'm buying one as well. So it's going to
13.
have like 13, unless he like
So
all
it's
the...
a very limited run.
Yeah, very limited run. And then...
Unless I make more. Which I
Yeah.
could.
And then he's going to come down to the museum next week, and Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, we're not sure yet which day, we're going to fire up the forge, and we're going to make a knife together, and then we're going to auction that off, and that's going to be all for him to get more tooling. So it's going to be really cool. Let's get some questions. We have any questions?
I gotta get a sheet for JK Canvas, so I need to buy a sheet from you.
Oh, okay. Another one?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. One more just sold to JK Canvas.
Wow, that's a lot.
So let's see. Sandrammer, what's up? Not spamming 42 Fab.
Hey, I will talk about if you don't mind, Justin.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so this little spike that's on these knives, that my dad, every single pocket knife he carried always had this, and he always called it he didn't call it a marlin spike, he always called it a nodder. That's what I grew up calling it. I don't know if that was just his slang term and he was screwing with me or what, but that little spike on these knives that you get, you would not believe how handy these spikes, not just for undoing knots and stuff like that. I mean, my dad used this for everything. Like, he was a painter by trade. He would spike the top of paint cans with it, because he always he'd spike the top, and it would let the fumes in the paint kind
Thanks,
of
man, crafting.
force out all of the oxygen, and then he would plug it up. But he always had one of these knives on him, like guaranteed 100% of the time. He
Hooked on
always
Diesel,
had a
he's
naughty,
12.
a
12, right?
nodder. So if you guys go over to his
12?
channel,
How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 12.
He's 12.
if you guys go over to his channel and you keep an eye on his channel, when these knives become available, they're not available right now. When they come available, you guys got to buy one. He's not building his own knives yet, but he's building the sheaths for him.
He's building his first one soon.
Yeah,
And I'm
he's
telling
building
you,
his first
I've
one,
seen
but-
him work, guys. He's going to make a knife. That's it. I already know it. It's going to be a good knife. Like, it's not going to be an issue. It's going to be cool. I can't wait. I'm excited.
I'm excited about watching the train. Like, one of my favorite channels on YouTube is Alex Still, because you can go back to Alex Still's
Mark, thanks, brother. Awesome.
very first videos and see what he was making when he was a kid, when he was 13, 14 years old. And you can see how he's progressed now. And I love that progression. I love seeing where they started, where they were at in the middle, where they were at the, now and currently, and then it just gets better and better and better. And that's what we're going to see with Ethan's channel when he's building these knives, and he's filing these knives, he's hand forging them, he's building these leather sheaths. It's such an amazing progression, and it's nothing to take away from the older guys that are getting into it too, but Ethan has options. Ethan can sit there and play video games. He can play computer games. He can hang out with his friends and ride bicycles or whatever. But he chooses to do something else, something that's going to be a fantastic skill to learn. And who knows where he's going to end up in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. He'll be hammering out Damascus, titanium stuff or something. That's way over my head.
It wouldn't shock me at all. It totally wouldn't shock me. What is his channel name, Steve? One more time.
It's Almost Means Not. I post several links. I'll post a link right now. If you look in the chat, his link's over there. So when we started this chat, his subscriber count has.
No, Coleman makes stuff.
I was subscriber number 5.
Yeah, his subscriber count has gone
Let's
up.
deal with this. Come on.
But there's 144 people watching right now. His subscriber count is nowhere near 144.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, subscribing to a channel doesn't cost you any money.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't cost you anything. A lot of people think when you subscribe, it costs you money or time. No, it doesn't.
A lot of people talk about supporting the youth. Here's your opportunity.
Yeah.
Get over there, and I'm telling you, this guy's worth it. He's incredible.
And
It also, you don't have to watch the videos either. What you're doing is curating a focused list of what you like and helping YouTube bring you more of that sort of thing. I mean, you should watch the video.
Yeah, you're gonna want to watch this
He's
one.
killing it, but you're not committing.
Thanks,
to
Carrie.
anything.
Floored Farms. Thanks, brother, man. I appreciate that.
so
I was number 6, says Jared Williams.
What's up, Ethan?
like 2 or 3 of the key things that I
was
really
number
want to see
18. Ooh, you're getting more and more. Go ahead. Sorry.
30.
that I want to see in other kids is
Think old school.
that number 1, you have to be persistent. You have to, no matter what, when you take a break, you always come back to it, and you be honest and you say whatever you need to say, even if it's admitting that you failed. That's what it takes. And also, it's also being humble, because people don't really want to
Gotta
see,
be proud.
like employers don't really want to see that you are like, oh yeah, I'm the best at this, even though you're just starting out and you don't know, compared to other people, you don't know a thing. Just act like everybody else knows everything that they're doing, and that you are, no offense to anybody else, that you are dumb. So
Can I have him? Can I just? His father's sitting right over here, and I'm just looking him in the eyes. I'm like, you must be very proud, man, because I'm telling you right
Yeah,
now.
his dad's done a great, fantastic job.
Good.
You don't-
Good job.
Kids don't end up like that without good parents, in the background. It's
Tell
it's
me-
just impossible.
Clone this kid. Exactly what I'm saying. Now tell me why you wouldn't get over and subscribe to this channel right now, guys. He's real. I've never met a young man this cool before in my life. He's incredible.
I think I'm real.
I can't wait to see what he becomes. You're on a boat, Jake Ratcliffe. Ethan is getting deep. That's right, man.
Yeah, you're at 45 subscribers right now, buddy.
There you go, buddy. 45. You were on the right path, young man. I just can't wait to see what he becomes. So I'm going to do
That's
everything I can to help him out.
that's something Justin and I we have a hard time with, and we have to remind each other of. Like, I'll call him and I'll complain about my
Name
channel.
the channel again, guys. Okay, cool.
got it.
Thanks.
About my channel not doing so great or whatever. And I remember the day, like when I first started YouTube, and I had like 4 subscribers, and 3 of those accounts were my own accounts, and the other one account was my mom subscribed to the channel. You know, and like when I had 20 subscribers and I got 10 in one day, I was like, holy crap, I'm doing great. Which is a fantastic feeling. You should be thankful that you get anybody that actually wants to take the time out of the day to watch your stuff. And now that our
JK
channels are
Canvas, you can post now.
and now that our channel is a little, a lot bigger, we kind of beat ourselves up over it, like, which is completely ridiculous, to have any kind of like, oh my gosh, I didn't get 100 subscribers today or whatever. It's completely,
I don't really care. It takes time. And plus, I'm 12.
Yeah,
I
it
have
takes
years
time.
to grow.
And that's it's
Literally.
it's awesome to see that,
Oh
that,
my
that
God.
excitement
So
level. And it
cool.
reminds me of like to be thankful for what you have, and thankful for where you're going on YouTube, but
Yeah, I agree.
keep on ranting.
Steven, how long before your kids start fixing all of Chucky's tractors?
They're fixing them now. What are you talking about? Like there's apparently like child labor laws, so I can't like put them to work or whatever, but
I'll
You
do
just
it.
it just means you can't pay them. Right?
You just
Yeah,
call
I
me
can't
like
skip it.
18 or
Family
whatever
business,
it
you
is.
can.
yeah.
Just see
Yeah.
that I'm short.
Mhm.
So
And
my
high
sons are
voice.
7 and 9. Their attention span's about this long. My youngest son really, really likes
Thanks,
being out
JK.
there, but it's also very hot, so I don't require him to be out in the shop with me that long. About an hour
Temple,
at a time.
Texas. Are you in Temple, Jakers? You better come out in the museum and hang out with us, brother. See you
My
on
oldest
Saturday,
son,
okay?
he's not as into mechanicking as my youngest son is, but he's getting to the age where he's going to have to be outside. He's going to have to be doing stuff. He's 9, so
Thanks, CC.
I give them a little time to do it, but they do go out and they do work out with me. They do push-ups every day. They
Get your
do
pops
sit-ups
up,
with
bro.
me every day, and do jog with me every day.
Yeah. Another thing that a lot of kids need to have is.
Axe is on the way, brother. Sorry, I will interrupt you. Just ignore
Oh,
me.
okay, got it.
I'm talking to other people while you're talking.
Okay, got it.
Just
Okay.
smack him.
Yeah, smack me,
No.
not you.
No, smack Justin.
Whatever. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Hold
Thanks,
on.
brother.
Oh, yeah. One thing, you have to be respectful. You have to understand that everybody else knows what they're doing, and you also have to have a pretty good parent who lets you go places and do stuff.
So I went with you.
Yeah.
Understand that I'm having the fun. Give the credit to Mom because she's
Huh?
home with
Yeah.
Sarah and taking care of the house and all that. So
What?
thanks, Mom.
Trying to have more light.
The Blaze paper. The Blaze paper is Norton Blaze. Yes, that is correct, Trevor. And I'm telling you right now, everybody that uses that paper, anyone that I say just try it and I put it in their hands, it changes the way they fabricate. It is really, really good. Any ceramic paper is going to be good, guys. There's a video up, and I don't know where it's at. Someone look up Norton Blaze. It's 2 or 3 down from mine. A gentleman takes. I think the video only has like 300 views, and I love it. And I want to push that video. He takes all 2x72 grinders from all the top manufacturers, including Norton, and he does a really good job. And including Cubitron from 3M. He does a really good job he's a knife maker. So knife makers are all about pressure. He makes the same kind of blade, and he figures out how many knives and blades he can make on each individual one. And when you're in production like that, it's money. It comes down to money. And Norton beat out everyone. I mean, I knew it would because I'm in the body shop business. The reason I asked for Norton Blaze is because dollar per dollar, it beats, it wins. It lasts longer, and you can't beat that, and it's cheaper. So no matter, cheap sandpaper will always cost you twice as much as good sandpaper. That's it.
Yeah.
Throw it in the trash. It ain't worth it. You can buy the cheapest sandpaper in the world for $3 a pack, and you're going to spend more money on that $3 a pack with 3 sheets in it than you would if you went down and bought 3 sheets of good sandpaper. And then you buy that sandpaper in bulk. That 1 sheet of good sandpaper is going to last 3 to 5 sheets of bad sandpaper. So that's kind of the way that works.
But
so.
I mean, still use up the bad sandpaper.
Oh yeah, I always use the bad sandpaper.
Yeah.
Save it for wood.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that works
that'll
great.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll work. Yeah.
And I mean,
and leather.
yeah.
Where is Doug? Doug is right over here. He's in the background.
I'm here.
It's
There he
fine.
is.
He's here. It's
I'm
just
enjoying this too.
You guys, yeah,
over
Doug's
there
never
when
been
I
in
was
here.
at
I'm gonna
this.
step out for a minute. Doug, you want to climb in?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Come on.
My guys have
Come on.
never met you. Get in.
All right,
Okay, Doug. Jump on
Come
in
on.
there.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Doug.
I'm Doug.
I'm Doug. This is my place. This is SV Seeker, and I'm very happy to have all of these guys here. And the only thing I'll say is, I love the community that we've started out with here. I thought I'd be building this boat all by myself, and I'm not. And thank goodness, because Stephen got that starter on the boat handled much faster than I would have today, and has a solution for it. So that's kind of what we're about, is bringing together people who are makers and enjoying that time. So thank you all for being here, and I appreciate it. And if you, I'm talking to your audience, aren't I?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no.
You guys have any
You
questions?
guys need to go subscribe to SV Seeker.
Yes.
Well-
Yeah, there you go. Doug won't say it
Yeah, but it's
himself,
not my
I will.
birthday or anything like that.
No, it doesn't matter.
That's all right.
Absolutely
I don't
subscribe to
care.
Doug.
Yeah.
He's still
Guys,
a great
We
person.
have
Tell him what he's doing.
we're building a 74-foot long steel hulled twin keeled motor sailor junk rigged research vessel that's going to be put on the water for free. And we're doing that
Dang.
as the underneath the title of the boat the internet built. So we I actually read the comments and get a lot of good ideas from there, and we have people come in from all over the world to work on this boat with us, and including Ethan here, and his dad Wade, and Steven's been over here and worked on the boat, and Richard's been over here a dozen times, I think, and worked on the
This
boat.
is
So
14.
is it really?
This is 14.
I don't think I've got that much work out of you though.
Well, we did just okay, it's 13 if you don't count Christmas dinner. We did just have.
Oh, we did Christmas dinner. Okay, so anyway, that's what we're about. So I'm going to give it back to Justin here, and
Oh, but what happened?
and thank you very much. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Guys, I just put a link up for Doug's channel. So Doug's channel, I've been watching Doug since I think he had around 40,000 subscribers or
I
35,000.
remember when you rolled over, Cody.
Somewhere around there. It was
I remember when I had 30.
when you had the Argonaut. I don't know how many
The
subscribers.
Argonaut, yeah.
However, like he built. So one, Doug is like, he's not going to get on here and talk about everything that he's done. Like to me, it's extremely impressive what he's done. And like when he talks about it, he's like, I kind of built a submarine. No, he didn't kind of build a submarine. He built 2 submarines, and he built one of them out of plywood. You know, I mean,
The one that
actually, yeah. You know, and it's amazing the stuff that he's built, you know, here, and all the stuff you see in the background and the sails. He'll look it up online and he'll find it, and he's like, oh, that's way too much money. I'll just make it myself. Like, he's building the sails to his sailboat by hand. Like, what would those sails cost you if you were to
I don't even want to think about it.
at 20 grand maybe?
Oh, yeah, you could easily spend that much. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a boat. Anything on a boat, you could easily spend a lot of
Were
money.
there holes in the water you throw money into?
Yeah, we're trying to avoid that.
So just the sales alone, he could spend $20,000-$30,000. And some of you guys think, oh, there's no way you can spend that.
Thanks,
Yes,
it's on diesel.
you can spend
Money.
$20,000-$30,000 on some sales for a large sailboat.
Thanks, Ronald.
Doug finds those. He just finds a plane. He finds the pictures, draws his own plans, and is like, hey, I can buy a sewing machine for that,
David Abbott says he's been watching you since the beginning.
Yeah.
and
That's
buys
awesome.
that stuff. So yeah, it's an amazing channel, and I'm always inspired by watching his channel, and his humbleness about what he can do and what he has done is absolutely astounding. You know, as far as like when I watch his videos, like he never really makes it sound like what he does is really that impressive, like anybody can figure it out. And no, not anybody, just anybody can figure out what he did. It's
What's up, Todd Jones?
extremely knowledgeable, and like just the skills that he has on his channel and his videos that you pick up, the little tips and stuff
Thanks, Ronald.
that he's
I
done
won't let you
over
down,
the
brother.
years.
It's gonna be a good channel.
And he's done the trial and error. Like, you guys watch the videos, and I watch the videos, and I learn, like, I don't have to make that mistake.
Yeah, with lots of errors.
Yeah, and that's the only way you
Thanks,
learn
Shaker.
and stuff. You know, like on Justin was just
Todd
on
Jones
live
from
stream.
PA.
At Bar Z Bash, and he was talking to Jimmy DiResta, and like one of the questions I had, so what's the top 3 things that new guys make mistakes when they're trying to make things? And one of the things Jimmy DiResta said was, guys are afraid to make errors. Like, you have to build something that does not work.
Yeah.
You've got to. If you're
All
not building
the
stuff that
time.
doesn't work, you're not building anything.
Yeah.
First time you fixed something, did it get fixed?
Oh no, I threw a carburetor.
Yeah.
Literally threw a carburetor across my front lawn.
First time I built a sign, it didn't look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
Didn't look
time
like
you
what?
res-
Didn't look
you
like what?
restored- Oh, look at that. First time you restored something, it didn't come out perfect.
Look at my birthday present, guys.
Again.
And I know, I think
It's
this
cool.
may or may not be coming in
It's
backwards.
coming,
backwards
yeah,
for me,
it's,
but yeah, it
no,
comes
no,
in
it's
good.
good. It's good.
There we go. Let me give it a little twist. So yeah, that right there is 42 Fab. It's perfect, man. It's absolutely awesome. I love it. I'm so excited.
Oh
We're gonna hang this in the museum. I mean, this is
I
awesome.
said on your bumper.
Huh? Oh yeah, we're gonna have it on the bumper, the truck.
Get the drum.
It's one of the most amazing things to me about the YouTube community. Like Justin, I met Justin through YouTube. I met Chucky 2009 through YouTube. I met Doug through YouTube. I've met Richard 42 Fab through YouTube. I've met Ethan through YouTube.
Ronald, the gentleman sitting right here made that sign. Would you post a link to your own channel, please? 42 Fab.
So you get on this whole tight knit, very tight knit community. Like I had, me, Justin, Richard, Doug, and Chucky all
Like
have
the
each other's
coffee
phone
pot that you
numbers.
caught on fire.
We can all at any given time can call each other, and every single one of these guys will answer their phone any time of the day and just be willing to help and like share their skills and their knowledge and everything. Which is, I've worked in a lot of shops, and there's not a lot of guys like
Thanks,
that.
Brian. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do a good job for you, brother.
There's just not. There's a whole lot of guys that keep a lot of their skill levels closer to their chest because they really feel like if I teach this guy, he's going to replace me, kind of deal. And
Take it easy, Jared. Thanks for stopping by, brother.
The YouTube community is just not like that. It's just so much wealth of information and knowledge and help.
The transmission is done on the truck.
So
That was held for review. I guess this is the word tranny, probably.
Stephen was talking about how, like, the first time you fit something or make something,
Oh, that's better.
you don't
actually.
do it right. And so I have an experience with that. So I was at AHLA's where I got this hat. This is my work hat. It's American
Awesome.
Champion Aircraft.
What does that hat smell like? Pretty bad.
Bacon.
Gas fuel?
This one's pretty
No,
rough,
mostly
Cedar?
rust.
man. Rust.
Rust, yeah, rust. Mostly rust. But so
Just sub
I-
42 fabulous. Keep going. Sorry, I'll keep
So-
yelling stuff out like that.
yeah.
Shut up, Justin.
I'm
I
sorry.
know it's your channel and everything, but Ethan's talking.
I apologize,
So,
Ethan. I'm being rude.
At AHLA's, I was putting in a seat, and I had to do it 3 times before I got it right, and I learned a lot from that. Number 1, read the plans. 2, don't assume that you know everything. 3, you're a kid. You don't know everything.
Can I interject a second?
What?
The greatest thing about 88 Charlies, which is a youth group we do, they rebuild aircraft to help kids learn to be more mature and to enter the workforce as adults and not, non-adults. The best part about it is they're willing to let the kids make a mistake. And Dale Gogger, so much. I'm so grateful for you letting my son make the mistake of installing something incorrectly, so he had to discover that the plans were to look at, and you can't get farther along if you don't risk something, and that risk is either the kid or the people or the money or the whatever. But adults are helping my children and many others learn and mature through all this. And I'll stop. But
That's awesome.
Todd, dude, what do you mean by what you wrote? Ethan, what kind of tools do you need?
So for like forging your, like if you're gonna make your own knives,
Mm-hmm.
plan on forging your knives. Like, do you have any forging tools? Do you need a grinder to grind them out?
We have
probably a
we
grinder.
have pretty we have a grinder, belt sander.
What
stuff
kind of
like
belt
that.
sander do you have?
Arbor
Harbor
Freight.
Freight.
Okay. So
It's
you got
like a
the
2x72.
the 1x7.
We have a
1x30?
4x36, I think.
Okay, so he definitely needs a 1x30 to start off, and I like the 1x30s for starting off making knives because it tunes you in. You have to learn how to hold that properly, or else you're gonna mess that bevel up.
Yeah.
And it really teaches you really quick. So probably a 1x30 would be fantastic.
But we have a small garage, so And that's-
1x30 we could do, yeah.
Yeah, it's about this big. They're pretty small.
oh yeah.
And I'll definitely get him some Norton Blaze belts for it. That's a done deal because I want him working on a good sandpaper. That's going to save a lot of time and
Oh
trouble. So,
yeah.
because that cheap sandpaper just doesn't cut, you know.
Yeah, especially with like new metal, not files, because those files
They're
they
hard.
took so long to grind down. So
Yes.
we were just sitting there for hours.
Yeah, he said multiple hours grinding his file knives down. But the sandpaper that I have will cut that time in half, literally, like no question. It's incredible. But I forged a file the other day, and it was like some of the hardest forging I've ever done. We made Damascus out of a file and a piece of leaf spring we got from a dump truck we got from Chucky, 2009.
Did you leave a little bit of the texture? That's kind of neat.
It's still in Damascus form right now, so it's still a blank,
Okay.
and we're going to be working that into another section of Damascus, and so it's still rough, but we can definitely leave some texture in there.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of texture too. Looks really good when you wire brush it. It's awesome. There's so many, and I'm going to show you, like, one thing that I like is you can get so many other textures out of it. So you can, like, after you hammer it down, you can put in a couple different marks from a couple, like you can use your cross peen to put marks in different directional areas. You don't want them too deep, but then you can clean it all off with a wire brush, and then you can throw it back in the fire, and you can bring up a little bit of color to it, and then you can oil it, and then let that oil smoke off, or wax it, and then you can go back over it with a wire brush again, and you'll actually build layers of levels of color and depth, and it just makes it look so incredible.
What about scales? Like, what do you suggest for scales?
I have a box that Bob, one of my patrons, sent me that has 8 different kinds of woods, and it's incredible. Like, we've got rosewood, we've got all kinds of stuff. It's great.
Zebrawood?
I think there is some zebrawood in there. I really think there is.
Yeah, we got some.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll use that for that day. We're gonna use that as a scale material, or we can go out in the woods and find something, or we can find an old piece of, like, I don't know, maybe we can find an old piece of wood that's not being used from something that used to be around there that we can take and then repurpose into a knife handle, and it'll have some historical value to it.
I mean, in a little bit, we'll have plenty of scraps of cedar.
Yeah, definitely. Cedar's beautiful.
Hey, Todd Duke was asking, what's your ship to address? Are you asking for Ethan's address? Are you asking for Justin's? If Ethan's, we'll probably have to work something out with you privately because we don't want to post his address online. So I can throw up Justin with a good land. I can throw up his email. You can contact him directly.
That would be fine.
And filter everything through it.
So, guys, in the video that we
saying it's for Ethan for Sander. I guess
he's
got one.
What's your email?
Perfect. What we'll do, guys, also is in the video. So we'll get with Todd privately, but in the video, what we'll do is I'll come up with a couple tools that I think he needs, and then we can maybe set an Amazon link up, and it'll be like a wish list, and then you guys can just go there in one click, and it's done. And if you have an Amazon page, it will literally ship to his door, and you don't have to worry about it. Like, instead of him spending a lot of time making the knife grinder, that little DeWalt, a knife file holder, right? So a knife holder, instead of him making one, the little it's not DeWalt.
The jig?
Yeah, it's like a jig. It's the I can't remember the name.
Whatever. It's
yeah. Anyway, it's a perfect bit of kit. He's right. So anyway.
It's really hot. I'm sweating.
All right.
Did I get the 2x72 belt grinder done? I did not, unfortunately, guys. Not yet. I'm working on it, but I've been all over the place and all over the country. So we're gonna spend either the rest of the day out here tomorrow and maybe even the following day, depending on how hard it is for us to find parts. If we can't find parts for what we need, we're gonna work on something else. I didn't come down here to not earn my keep. You know what I mean? I mean, this is an awesome opportunity to be a part of something that I think is great. When I walk out and I saw that boat for the first time and I saw the lines in person, it's so different than what you would ever think when you're standing in front of it. And all I can see there is just, I don't even know how to put it. It's greatness. It's amazing. There's so much skill level involved, and to be able to come up with an idea in your head and then just not stop and keep going and tenaciously build something. Guys, there's no question in my mind that this ship is going to sell. It's going to sail. It's not like, if you've been out here, you understand that. And I think a lot of people that watch this, they understand that as well. Like, it's going to go, it's going to work, and it's going to be incredible, and it's going to be amazing when it's out performing the duty that it was designed for. And it's not that I want to be a part of it. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like an honor. It's an honor to even be here right now amongst the level. This level of craftsmanship in today's world simply doesn't exist. This level of tenacity in an individual to perform a task like this and to do a job like this doesn't exist. The risks taken involved in doing something like this are inspirational beyond belief. This is a true, you know, I don't know, man. This is a hero's journey story, and it's played out in the front yard in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I love every aspect of this, and it just speaks to my soul. And I hope what I hope to get out of this is to become a better man because of it. That's it. It's that simple. So I'm jibber jabbering a lot, but I get real excited.
What is?
Let's see. Ronald Hot Boy, you are blocked, so you can.
Ronald Hot Boy.
Got blocked.
That's your name, huh? Hot Boy.
Too fabulous.
It's so hot.
Well, that one wasn't me.
Yeah. By the way, the cargo bay in Seeker is not small. It's actually pretty big.
It's bigger than my house, guys.
Like
That's not
literally,
saying a lot, but it is bigger than my house. If you don't know what my house is, go check out my channel or go check out the tiny house video on the channel. Well, guys, do we want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I think we wrap it up, man.
Steve, I'm gonna let you have the final words.
I think my laptop's about to die anyway. My battery's stuck on this thing. But guys, we talked about a lot of channels here. So obviously you're on Justin to Good Lands. If you're not subscribed to his, you jumped on the live stream. Subscribe to Good Lands channel. We're trying to drum his channel up as far as we possibly can for his birthday. His birthday is today.
Woo woo!
And he makes
so old.
fantastic content. I mean, absolutely great, you know, fantastic editing, much better editing than I can ever dream of doing. You got to watch, you know, got to subscribe to the channel. I'm imagining all you guys are subscribed to his channel. Go check out Ethan's channel. I think 42 Fab will put up a link to Ethan's channel here pretty quick. Check out his channel. There's a lot of great things coming down the road. Like I said, I bought one of his knives, bought one of his sheaths, and I'll pick up another sheath for Will White, JK Canvas. And
Enjoy that.
thank you, sir. I'll hand deliver it to you. Check out Ethan's channel. Check out Doug with SV Seeker's channel.
Thanks, JK.
All you have to do is type in SV Seeker into the YouTube search bar, and you'll find his channel. He's building an amazing sailboat, and there's many years to come for this sailboat. And like as soon as it gets in the water, it's not over. All right, he's not just going to put it in the water and like that's it. I mean, the guy's going to sail all over the planet.
Yeah.
One of his goals is to help other people. Like if they need something built for their ship to get them back up and going, he has an entire machine shop inside, you know, this stuff that like foundry equipment and machine shop stuff to build it on his boat.
Yeah.
Not to make a profit, not to be rich or anything, just to help stranded. Like that's an amazing, to me, like personally, I would go at it and look for some kind of profit in it. Like I'm just that, I guess I'm just that type, but Doug is few and far between when it comes to that.
Thanks,
Check out
Steven.
42 Fab's channel. He has fantastic quality content. Going to make a lot of, he makes a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of signs, does a lot of repairs that are kind of off the wall, just like this sign back here. Signs are his bread and butter when he makes. He comes up with some amazing ideas for the signs, but he does a lot of different repairs on stuff that are out of the box thinking. There was a theater? Yeah, a theater repair that he did. You know, it's kind of out of his genre, but to me, when somebody jumps into something like the unknown, something they're not normally used to, and they can figure it out, that's the guys you want to learn from. That's the guy that has really set himself apart from everybody else, because most people are scared to death of anything they don't know. So
Yeah.
Go learn how to do that sort of stuff too. I mean, it's great being able to bill $600 an hour.
And my impression of Doug is that when it's done, he's not just gonna park it and live on it. He's gonna have researchers and go all around the world, just research all he can, come home, drop him off, and go do it again.
Ghost Rider 1, Justin is past 40, just so you know.
I'm 43.
He's already past 40, so
I'm older than Steven. I think people think I'm younger than him. I'm old. Look at these crow's feet right here.
Yeah, Justin is actually older than me.
Yeah, that's
so
all gray right there.
I think it's the beard that gets
Thanks for
me.
the happy birthdays, guys.
Yeah, everybody put in a happy birthday for Justin. Like I said, thank you for watching his channel. Thank you for joining us on live stream. And Justin, you want to get the last words?
That's about it, man. I've just been really impressed with the level of skill out here and just watching and seeing and learning. I mean, I'm trying to hone new skills, trying to really get into machining. And I got some videos coming out. The one I'm dropping tomorrow, you guys are going to see what Barzy Industrial is all about. It's fantastic. It was a great time. It was incredible. I highly suggest next year you guys be there. Every single person here is going. Well, I don't know. You may be there. You may not be. We're gonna be there next year, California.
Marcy Bash next year.
Doing what?
I'll tell you all about it.
By then, your YouTube channel will
Now
be
you're
so
getting-
big
Yeah.
that you'll be
Content stuff.
you'll be making enough money off of YouTube just to pay for the trip and everything. So
Yep.
Yeah, we'll
All right, guys. Well, I guess that's about it. Goodbye to everyone. I read while everyone else was talking. I was reading all of your comments. I didn't give everybody a shout out or say hi to everyone, but I want you to know. Thanks, River Rats. I want you guys to know that that I was reading. It's very, very important to me. And so we'll see you on the next live stream, probably in not this weekend, but the following weekend. We'll be back at the tiny house. We'll be starting the new channel, and we'll be focusing on homestead. So that's going to be a lot of tractors, a lot of food. The tiny house, building decks. We have fishing, pond builds, the whole 9 yards. Everything with self-sufficiency in life. That's what's going to be on that channel. And then the museum, the restorations, and all the skill sets, and that kind of stuff will be on the Good of Land channel. So
And one more thing, like if you're a specialist, you can make a lot of money doing that for your business. But if you're a generalist, people love to have you. Like you can just live on a farm, and then your neighbors would come to you with things to do. Like you could, let's say, fix a VW jet pump.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Something about that. And like you could do that, and then you could do farming, and then you could do just millions of other things. Maybe go to Mars.
it's probably
Good
coming
reference
sooner than
drop.
later,
Yeah,
right?
Perfectly right.
Yeah, I mean that's not dreaming big. That's a reality. That's a like
Yeah,
that.
we will be on Mars in
It's
his
truth.
lifetime.
Yeah. Like why couldn't why? Yeah, it's just
Why
awesome.
couldn't we?
I love it. No, we're going to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to happen. All right, guys. God bless. We will see you all next time. And thank you so much for subscribing. Oh, did you put Stephen Cox's channel up? Guys, if you don't know who Stephen Cox is, there's a reason that we always hang out together. He's an incredibly awesome guy. Check out his channel. Subscribe before. He is almost at 100,000 too. We're like neck and neck. So we need to get a good push for Stephen. If you've subscribed to my channel and you're on here, go sub Stephen's channel. You will not be disappointed. And you're going to see he's at the museum all the time. He records at the museum. He's the only mechanic that we trust to touch any of the stuff that's at the museum. We don't call anyone else. If it needs mechanical work, it sits until Stephen has time to come there. That's it. We don't let anyone else deal with it
I'm
because
so special.
he the best. He the best. He'll learn you.
My
So
mom's been telling me I was special my whole life.
yeah, her and the doctors. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later. Thank you so much. 42 Bab, Stephen Cox. Later. Huh?
Ethan,
You gotta yell it out.
yell it.
Almost means not.
Almost means not. And good to land. SV Seeker. Good night, guys. And this is almost means not yet.
Don't hit the red button.
Dude, which one? That one?
That one.
No, it's gonna happen.